Alright, our low budget mage deck only costs 1520 Arcane Dust to make. That does not include the common cards, and it's a perfect deck for getting you through to at least rank 10. Look, this deck is extremely aggressive and you should have no problem putting any opponent under immense pressure in the early to mid game, while powerful finishes will help you win games even if the board gets out of control later on. Your starting hand will define your early game, and you should always attempt to mulligan away any mid to late game cards. The early game is extremely important when playing an aggressive mage, and your choices during this stage of the match will have a major impact on your late game. Your minions should put as much pressure on your opponent as possible, and you should engage in minion trading only if you are given the opportunity to create card advantage. You should not attempt to save your spells for later stages of the match, but rather use them as minion removal to clear the path for your minions. Once you pass the early to mid game, you should consider saving your damage spells so you can use them to finish your opponent off. It's a fairly acceptable starting hand. We have 1, 2 and 3 drops. If we need to, we can lead out with a knife juggler, although that would be a bit risky. Let's see what we draw into before making any final decisions. Okay. So if I lead out with Mana Worm, follow up with a coin and then the Leper Gnome, that's good damage for turn 2. The thing against the Shaman is we can't let him get any foothold on the board. They can just generate too many creatures. And remember, we're aiming for at least 10 damage by turn 5. Yes, that's low. It's a very low aim. But we have no legendaries in this deck. If I get rid of his totem, reduces his spell damage, so we can lead out with Knife Juggler. It's a bit of a risky play. But we're well positioned to do a lot of damage next turn. And it forces him to do with Knife Juggler, if he's able to. So it was fairly obvious what to do there. He needs some kind of board sweeper now, or he's really up the creek. Okay, fairly lucky play for my opponent there. We'll follow up with our last 2 spells. This is turn 5. I wanted to have done 10 damage. Well, I've well exceeded that. We just cannot allow him to gain a foothold at all. I'm expecting something big, 6 drop, probably Taunt would be the best answer. Okay, so I'm happy to lose a couple of creatures here, because I get in at least 2 damage with the Leper Gnome. And so once again we've forced our opponent into a position where they have to play in a particular manner in order for them to at least have a chance. Now if he can't get rid of both of my creatures, he's in serious trouble.
Thank you.
Yeah. And that's how we beat a Shaman. Just don't let them get a foothold.